Okay, so now what is the main thing I want to talk about today to make you understand, learn is that there is, instead of this whole text which is there, okay, we'll have to go down. I will tell you where to search for that, and then it starts with Nibidda, okay. So Alara Kalama, after that, then he comes down there, then Uddaka Ramaputta, then you go down, okay. Okay, so now it is this place where I want you all of you to concentrate on. So let me share the screen. I think so. Able to see? Hello. Able to see? Okay.
Yes, we can see. We can see coming here.
Okay. The words, what you need to first try to discern. Discern in the sense contemplate or meditate or whatever words we can use is Nayam Dhammo Nibiddayana Viragayana Nirodayana Upasamayana Abhinyayana Sambodhaya Nibbanaya Samvattati. Okay. So the words we need to understand. So there are three ways of understanding. One is just a generic way, what that English words can be. One is the Nirukti way. Nirukti is the etymology. Okay, first we need to know the etymology of it. That will show us how far we've been on the Dhamma. Okay. And I can tell that or teach that, and then after that you need to reflect upon that and see how far able to penetrate on your own. And the third one is that it should become like aha moment for you. Okay, three things. Now the first thing is already there, right? So you can see the text. It is there. So what is the text saying? Is it in English? It leads to disillusionment, dispassion, cessation, peace, insight, awakening, and extinguishment. Okay. Now what you need to do is when we come with Pali, you have to read the Pali words rather than the English. Okay. Like we start with now the first one. Nibiddha. If you say, if it is ni is used everywhere, ni varana, so ni, nibbana, again ni, nibiddha is again ni, right? Nivutti is again ni, nidassana is again ni. Okay, so now there are many words with ni. That means we know that there are two words associated here. Ni plus something. Right? Now we can see it, right? We can see there's joined. Able to understand that? It's joined or not joined? It's joined, right? So we now know that it is joined. What is joined? Words are joined. Now when the words are joined, it will give you a specific meaning to it. Okay. Like may might not give any specific meaning. Like Ariu might not give any specific meaning. Like Vilas. We can't make V plus las. It looks weird. It's the same way R plus U. Because, Vilas.
It is true. Because Chinese character actually are two. So there's...
Yes, there is. I know that. So now, just because it's like that, I can't split four letters into two parts because I got it. So now we need to see. Ni has a special connotation when used, is what you need to know. Okay. Ukta is a word. Ukta is which can be dwell, known, got into, is Ukta. Okay. Can know. Nir can be in two ways, can be in positive, can also mean negative. Like nirodha is a negative connotation. So just because it is nirodha, we can't say, okay, nir means cutting off. So everything, copy paste, nir means everywhere cut off. Not like that. It depends on the context. So it can be a positive connotation, meaning it enhances something, or it can remove it. So depending upon the object, subject, object. So always language goes by subject, object. Based upon the subject is an object, or based upon the object is a subject. Subject is the eye, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind. And the object is respective. So you use a language to connect the subject with an object. Got it? So the grammar basically helps in connecting two things together in a subject-object relationship. So May or Aryu or Bhim Reddy or Janak or Bobby or Mirin or whatever, Vilas, all that is an object. It's not a subject. Subject has experience. Object doesn't have any experience. Can Vilas experience Vilas? No. So when we use language, we make sure the subject is connected with object, and the other way around. Object is not connected to subject. So that's the reason if somebody asks, what's your name? You see this? What's your name? Tava nama kim? Right? If we were to use Pali, it becomes Tava nama kim. And if you take English, we say, what's your name? And you see what he is going to reply. Mama nama Vilas. My name is, see, you see there, Tava nama, Mama nama. Got it? I'm repeating whatever he is asking me. So, what's your name? My name is, right? So, able to understand the subject-object relationship. It's not object-subject relationship. It's from the subject. What's that object? What's that are you seeing? I'm seeing a dog. I'm seeing a cat. I'm seeing a room. Right? I am is a subject to which this is coming. Got it? So always language goes on subject-object. So the nirukti is not upon the object. It is on the subject. You understand the point? Etymology is why are we using that word in the first place? For whom? For the subject, not for the object. This is a subtle difference. So we can say nibbidha is disillusionment. Okay, done. But for whom? Have you ever asked for whom? We just read it saying that, okay, nibbidha means disillusionment. But it is ni plus biddha. Nibbidha. So, nibbidha, now you see viraga. V plus raga. Viraga. Nir plus huddha, nirodha. Upa plus samaya. Abhi plus anya. Abhinya. Sam plus bodha, sambodha. Ni plus bana, nibbana. Right? So for all of this is for subject, not for object. So when we are reading the sutta, we are reading from a subject perspective, not from the object perspective. That's the first thing we need to understand. The language is for the subject, on the object, not on the object to the subject. It's a subject-object relationship. From my point of view, what it is, it's a room. It's not from the room point of view what it is, it's Vilas. No. That would be stupid. Because room doesn't know there is a Vilas sitting here. But Vilas knows it's sitting in the room. So tava nama kim, mama nama vilas is the right way. Rather than vilas, you put vilas and then what would you do then? You can't say to object saying that what is your name? The object will not reply, obviously. Again, ni where it is used, nisatta, nijjiva, all that is using ni there. Okay. Nisatta, nisatta, satta is there. They have added only ni to say there is nothing, no satta. Nijjiva, jiva is life form. Nijjiva is no life form. And in Sanskrit it becomes nirjiva. Like nisatta, nirsattva is nisatta. Do you understand? So we have taken only one word for right now to understand ni. So we can find that a word is there, on that a superimposition of ni is there, which will connote a different meaning than the original meaning what it was intended. Meaning it was satta. When I put ni, it becomes nisatta, which means opposite of satta. If I put ni, if jiva was there, jiva is a life form, some life form, which has life. So nijjiva means that there is no life form. In the same way, abhi is one word, anya is another word. Anya, other way around. Na anya means not other way around, not in any other way, this way. So what is he saying? Anya, other way. What is other way? Vilas, the other way of you. Vilas, the other way of me is no name. Ah, that's what I meant. Right? Anya. What's the other way of it? This way I know it's Vilas. What's the other way? Other way is no name. Just think, is what Buddha might ask. Ah, okay. Now you got it? Anya. So you got it, right? Now you know Anya. Okay, I got Anya. But what is Abhi? Abhi Anya. Not only the other side, but the total of the other side. That is, you go on to the removal of that and you are able to see it. Are you able to see it? This is the question he's asking. Are you able to see this? That from the beginning there existed no vilas at all. Can you not see it? They say, yeah. Abhinyaya. Okay. Abhi is aya. Okay. Abhiman. Mana is vanity. Abhi, if you add to that, it becomes abhimana. Like dhamma. You add abhi to it, it becomes abhidhamma. Right? Abhi means to extend, to make it big. Abhirama. Virama is intermission. But I don't want intermission. I want continuity. So abhivirama. That means no intermission. Just continuous. Right? So wherever the abhi is put, it increases. If there was mana, you add abhi, means it increases the mana. If there is dhamma and you add abhi, it becomes extended or more, bigger. Right? So this is how the subject-object relationship is created. Now here, the subject is dhamma. So if you add abhi, it becomes big dhamma. Got it? So just like that, ni, abhi, like that, we have to keep on. These 7 things are most important. It covers the entire Buddha Dhamma in this Nibbidda, Viraga, Nirodha, Upasamaya, Abhinyaya, Sambodhaya, Nibbana. That's it, over. That whole Buddha Dhamma is done. That's the reason he uses that. It's not giving me that. So our measurement on whatever experiences we are getting, In Dhamma, we should measure it like that. We see whether I'm getting Nibbidda, we're getting Viraga, then we're getting Nirodha, then we're getting Upasamaya, Abhinyaya, Sambodhaya, Nibbana. This is the 7 things. Okay, let's go slowly one by one. So we understood that Ni is a word which will do something. Ni is a prefix for the word which will do something else there. Got it? Bidda, let's say, involved. Involved means what? It is joined. What does that mean? Joined. Joined means pati. That is, pati is bonding. Bonding is not joined. There is a word which he uses, pati nisagga. We will come to that later, because it's even more complicated. Pati plus ni plus sagga. So there are 2 of them. So this way of saying is called a nirukti pata. Nirukti, ni plus ukti, nirukti, nirukti. That is, it's gone into so depth that you are able to go to the depth and remove the meaning. Is nirukti. Okay. Patha is the path, is the road. So basically, Buddha Dhamma or anything, any words, that's the reason even Latin or Greek or Hebrew or English or whatever language, there is 2. One is a generic meaning, one is a deeper meaning. Deeper meaning is nirukti. It means you have to put yourself, immerse, and then bring it out and understood. Now I understood. So Latin words, all that. So that's called etymology in English. Etymology. Etymological meanings. That means go to the root of the what it is. What is that root meaning for that? Why do they use it? So this subject object will give you that experience. When you know the subject, it's an experience. So you got the point. So when you read the sutta, you should get a subject. You are the subject. There's no other subject. You are the subject. So when Buddha helps in removal of the object, you will automatically get that nibbidda experience. Now we understood bidda, involved. Nirbidda in Sanskrit. Nirbidda means not involved. Nibbidda in Pali means not involved. It means the person is not involved. What do you mean not involved? Take Vilas as an instance. It's a object. Illusion is that I am indeed Vilas. Every inch of this body, everything, hairs or no hairs, mustache or no mustache, male or male, female as female or whatever, wife, husband, this, that, all the house, the belongings, money, location, etc., 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 is with the, right? Is involved with it. That subject, Vilas, is involved completely in that. I mean, when he wakes up with his wife, right? He wakes up the wife, rather, and he says, I'm going for a walk. Okay? And he goes for a walk. He feels that he went for a walk. Then he comes back and participates in the breakfast. And then wears good clothes, puts some perfumes, and then he takes out his car, goes out, goes to work, blah, blah, finishes the work, comes back, again have a dinner with the family, then some chatting, talking, then he feels tired and he goes to sleep. So all of that is who is doing it? Vilas. Now, if you see, isn't he involved? And the answer is yes. 100% involvement. There's no way he can claim that I am not involved. He is involved, totally involved. With what? With language. He's expressing through language. So subject, Vilas, is objectifying everything around there. Everything is objectified. You may say, this room is an object. That fan is an object. This computer is an object. Wife is an object. Husband is an object. Money is an object. And then Bangalore is an object. Everything is object. Subject, object. Since subject is involved, so there is an involved experience, right? So Vilas starts experiencing being an husband. You got the point? And Vilas experienced being an Indian. Because he's been called as an Indian. As a object is India, subject is Vilas. So somebody said to him that, hey, Vilas, since you're born in India, you're an Indian. Do you understand? And Vilas said, yes, I am an Indian. So he becomes an Indian, involved with the. So he's involved as an Indian now. What if he gives up his passport and he becomes an American or a New Zealander or an Australian? Then what happened to his Indianness? That's always Australian. Born in India but became Australian. So now you see this object is moved from India and put in Australia. You got the point. So now mind is involved from India to Australia or to New Zealand or to United States or to London or wherever it is, right? Got the point. The subject is moving along with the object. If you move the object, the subject also moves, and hence it is involved with the. The bidda is not involved. You can move the object wherever you want, but the mind is not involved with it. Mind has got nothing to do with what you're talking about. So they use this thing called ni to show something different than what that original is. Nirvana, nibbana. You got the point. Ni plus bana, nibbana. Or nir plus vana is nirvana. Now we might ask, what does that mean? Again, bana in Pali, if you were to take. Bana is to mean that it's, what is that? It is just like this is involved. Here it is completely condensed. It means like, you take something and then you really feel that is how it is from the beginning. So the madness is that the person felt I am Vilas from this life, past life, every life. I am Vilas only. So there's thing. So conditioned, right? So when you say condition, sankata is condition, or swayam krita in Sanskrit. Swayam, self, krita, done. Sankata, okay, kata is to do. Sankata is to have an intention to do it. So what did you do? Well, somebody called me Vilas and I took it as Vilas. So now I am Vilas and I'm a Bangalorean. Or I can say I'm an Indian. I'm this, I'm a father, I'm a brother, I'm a colleague. So I keep on saying I am. All the time there's an I am to attach to it, and I feel I am, and then everything is with relation to that I am. That means it's bana. It means it's completely conditioned with that. Conditioned with what? You're conditioned with father. You're a father. Oh yes, I'm a father. Yes, you're right. Oh, you're a brother. Oh yes, I'm a brother. You know what, your friend? Yes, I'm a friend. But you're an enemy of that person. Yes, that horrible guy. Yes, I'm an enemy. So you see this, everything is conditioned. So this condition, it just comes and then I say I'm that condition. And the next, let's say next condition, and next condition, and next condition, like that, right? So that's bana. Nibbana is unconditioned. You just remove the condition. So ni is a very special word or phrase or whatever you want to call that as, which when added to a word, it changes its original property. Like virag, rag is rag, color. Coloring is rag. Virag means uncolored, discolored, no color. And passion or desire is colored. You are not seeing the way it should be. You are coloring it and seeing it. Got the point? See, if I want to come to Australia, yes, I've colored it. Wow, it's good to be in Australia. So I have raga, passion. Because it's color. When you put a color, there's a passion. If there's no color, there's no passion. Dispassion. That means you've removed the color. Right? So V plus rag, virag. There's another word he uses is vitarag. It's even more clear. Vita means removal. Raga is completely removed. Vitarag, Vita dosa, Vita moha. Like that. Vita is not only V plus ita. Ita means there, being there. It doesn't move anywhere. Meaning, once you've removed it, it doesn't go back and attach it. So it's become Vita raga, Vita dosa, Vita moha, like that. So you can ask me questions. It's not a discourse forum that I speak for 1 full hour and then you can ask me. Yes, go ahead, Miriam.
So is Vita is like, is it V plus Hita?
Not Hita,
like willingness?
Hita,
No?
ITA. Hita.
Vita. T-H-A?
No, ITHA, because now we are talking in English. It's Ita.
Ita. Okay, Ita.
Ita. And we use in Indian languages. Ita is there.
Ita. Ita, or is it something like Hita as well then?
Hita means good. It's not Hita. It's not HITA.
Hita means
It's ITA. If you were to put it in English, it is Ita. Vita. V. That V, the 2 I should come, right? V plus ITA, Vita. It becomes Vita, right? It's double E. V double E T A. Vita. It'll become Vita, right? There are 2 E's. So if you add 2 I, it becomes E. Because there's no English way of talking it. I-A-I-E-O-U. So you have to make something of the I to make it E. Right? V-E-E-T-A. Vita raga.
So what was the meaning of that? What you said, Vilasji?
No. Raga is coloring.
No, Vita means what? Okay.
No.
Not color.
V is removal. Ita.
Removal. Okay.
You are there. You are not. The mind is not moved anywhere. Once you have removed the color, it's just like dye, right? So you have a white cloth and you have dyed it yellow, right? Now you are going to call it as an yellow dress, a yellow cloth, right? Every time you see, you are going to call it as yellow cloth. Got it? Now it so happens you undye it, meaning you remove the yellow. Then what happens? It is, you can't say colorless. Can you say it is colorless? No. Because even white is a color. So what you get to say is it is devoid of yellow. Okay. Then the question comes, will it go back to become yellow? No, right? Agree with me. If you have removed the yellow color, is there a possibility it will again go back to yellow? No.
No.
Maybe if you dye with yellow again.
That is correct. Now, ita means you cannot dye it again. And hence it is vitarag, not just virag. It's complete removal. There is no way it can, now you put whatever dye to it, it cannot turn that color. right? So
So when Vitaraga is completely removed, is there other defilements can be there, or just it's all gone?
no, no, you're gone somewhere. We are first in Pali. You forget about
Oh, yeah.
the
Okay.
what is that?
Yeah, the meaning of that. Yeah.
The philosophical. Okay, now if you remove raga, then the dosa and moha will go. Yes, so let's park that later. The
It's a different topic.
yeah, that's a different topic altogether. First, let's understand the meaning, the context, right? So basically, when we say raga, dvesha, moha, raga, dosa, moha, what are we trying to say? Raga is color. There's some color, whatever that color is. You will see in one color. What is this color? Vilas is a color. Simple. This very simply put, vilas is one color. Why? Because there's a feeling of vilas. What do you mean why? It's colored. No matter how much Vilas say, I'm not Vilas, but he knows that he is Vilas, so it is colored, right? Okay. Now somebody comes and slaps 100 times and the pain is so much, he forgets Vilas. So at that time, what happened? V plus Raga happened. Got the point? That Raga, the color is gone. He couldn't remember because it's so painful that he forgot his name. Right, in that pain. If somebody say, hey, come on, don't talk, I'm pain, I have so much pain, right? So much pain, like hit 100 times in the cheek that he forgot his name. Yes, Mirin, go ahead.
So, so I missed that raga part again, Vilasi. Like, so how did it become the raga term? How did it, how
Mirin, your voice is gone. Yeah, maybe you have to repeat. Now, this two people sitting there is Raga. Now, they are fixed now. Yes, okay, they are back. They're
Sorry,
back
can
with
you hear
life.
me?
Yes, now we can hear you. Go ahead.
So when we say the color,
Uh-huh.
like why did you term it as color instead of passion?
Okay, good question. If you have color, you will have passion, or if you have passion, you will have color. Tell me that.
If you have color, you'll have passion.
That's the reason the primary thing is coloring. You first have to color your mind with that. See, when you say I'm with Bobby, or when I say I'm with Anjana, and my wife name is Anjana, and she's sitting next to me, just like you are sitting next to Bobby, she's also sitting next to me. But she doesn't want to come on the camera. That is a separate issue. So, thing is, if I am with Anjana and you are with Bobby, what's the difference? There's a coloring that you are the wife of Bobby, number one. He is your husband, number two. You have colored him to be so and he has colored you so, and hence you both can now recognize as husband and wife. Just like I have colored her as a wife, she has colored me as a husband. Even though we were friends earlier, now we are husband and wife. So our dealings no longer are like friends. It's more like husband and wife. Is it colored or it's not colored? It is colored. That's the primary thing. Because there is coloring, there should be a passion. Either you should be liking that color or you should be disliking that color. Right? What is then V plus raga? Discolored. You got the point? Now, I no longer is a husband of Anjana. And she no longer wife of Vilas. Anjana is Anjana. Vilas is Vilas. Anjana has got nothing to do with Vilas as much as Vilas has got nothing to do with Anjana. So then what happens? It's a divorce, but yet not divorced. Means you have discolored it. Even though you both are together, it's discolored. Now, what's the advantage of that? You're seeing things as they are, or not as they were presented to you. Like Bobby was presented to you as first as maybe you both loved each other, let's say, but he came to you as a friend, or he came to you as a friend, and then you fell in love, and then you thought about getting married. You thought about getting married. That means you wanted to take a box of color and pour it on yourself, and then that box of color became you. See, you thought of getting married. That's all what it is, which is the color. But can you find out, did you ever get married with Bob or Bobby? Then you will say the photograph says so. What? Photograph says what? We are married. Excuse me. Photograph has dress. But where is Bobby and Mirin to get married? That's what I'm telling you. They both were standing together, right? In that dress. Yeah, they were wearing dress from the beginning. When they were born, they were put some dress. And as they grew, they were put some other dress, and they started wearing the same kind of dress. I don't think so you understand. See, wedding day is a special day, right? Wedding day, special day. What do you mean? Like Mother's Day, Father's Day, Brother's Day, Sister Day is a wedding day. Okay, done. But day is a day. Day comes and night comes, right? Now there's nothing called wedding day. You don't understand. See, wedding day is the day you get wedded. Now, what is wedding? Can you answer? Without passion, you cannot answer that. Or without coloring, you can't answer. Yes or no? Now you use the same thing for Mirin. You will never find her. You will never find. Forget Bobby finding. You will never find it. If you find, you tell him that I found Mirin and that's the reason I can now find Bobby. You would know that you can't find Mirin, so you can't find Bobby. So you're discolored. Right. Now, Vitaraga is the next one. Vita, V-E-E-T-A, Vita. Means not only you have discolored, you will never go back to that color again. Meaning that has gone out of your chitta, mind. Meaning now if Bobby were to come and say to Mirin, you know what, I got married to you. She says, what? Married? Who? When? When it happened? Where it happened? So Bobby will think that, okay, I think Brisbane has a lot of sunstroke and things, so something has gone wrong. So let me take her to the doctor. Maybe she's got dementia so early in age. I don't know why she's acting this way. And the doctor says that her brain cells are functioning absolutely fine. She doesn't have partial amnesia also. Then you get worried. What happened? Why she can't recognize me as a husband? Because it is Vitaraga. Ita. It cannot stay. Meaning that raga cannot stay. Yes, sir, you go ahead.
I guess in the Chittanupassana, right? I mean, as you're walking through the day, you see a woman walking by. Either the chitta will say woman, or it say there's no woman coming. And if it's not coming, it won't come again, because this time it's not coming. So that means it's never going to come.
Exactly. That is Vitaraga. So how did we now look at it? We first looked at raga as the word. Raga means coloring, and hence there is a passion. So we saw that. Adding V in front of it will do something to it. That means it will cut it. See, another word, Vinyana. Jnana means to know. Vinyana, no jnana, no knowledge. Because I added with V. Got it? Yes, Aryu.
Yeah, I have a slight different question. I missed it a little bit. What does bana means? Nibbana, what does the bana mean?
like you have the nibidda is involved, right? Now in the bana, it becomes that condition. I don't have a nice English word to explain that because it is already covered in nibidda, because that is bidda, nibiddati, nibindati, nibiddati is all terms for nibbana only. So now we are trying to create a separate word for this one. Actually, bidda means to fall. In Kannada also the same word is there, bidda means who fell, who jumped, right? Now, bana is something like you have fallen, you have completely fallen, that you are in the condition, you are in that condition, okay? Or in that situation, whatever you want to put it. Nibbana is that unconditioned. No, bana, not the arrow one. No, sorry. No arrow thing. Yeah, first thing will come in our mind is, oh, nibbana means no arrows, or no. Or vana is treated as arrow in Sanskrit. So you say nirvana means, arrowlessness. No, that's not the meaning. Okay. So basically, what are we trying to understand is, if you have these words, nibidda, vi plus raga, okay, nir plus uddha, nirodha, upa plus samaya, abhi plus anya, abhinya, sam plus bodha, ni plus bana. This is the total Buddha Dhamma. That's the reason in the Pasarasi Sutta, effort that needs to be put. He puts these 7. Everything should have this 7. If that is not getting me that, I will not follow that. Yes, Aryu?
Okay, so this upasamaya, right? Upa means close. Sama means
Equal.
stay equal, right? So that means you're staying so equanimous, completely equanimous. That's why-
Inside. Within inside, you're so equanimous that is, water is stilled. Still flowing water, right? Flowing is there, but you're still. But how will you put it in English? So they call it peaceful. Got the point? But it's got nothing to do with peace. Peace is Shanti, or in Pali Santi. But it's not putting there Santi. It's put Upasamaya. Okay. So we have covered only 2 words. I think that is sufficient for this 1 hour session. Otherwise, it's like eating too much on a Saturday morning or afternoon. So first word is ni. Wherever, however it appears, it can have a positive connotation or a negative connotation depending upon where it is put. It means it's a prefix. It's fine. Prefix, you're fixing it before. So it is fixed before, which will cut the meaning, which will change the meaning, which will modify the original meaning of it, of that word. Okay. So what did we learn is that bidda is to get involved. Ni bidda is not to get involved. And the end result of that is disillusionment. Nibidda is not disillusionment. The end result, if you were not to be involved at all, and then you are not in any illusion. If I am not involved with Vilas, then there is no... yes, May, go ahead.
Can you give an example of using the ni in the positive form and the ni in the negative form? Just so that I've got...
Nibidda
Got it right.
itself Nibidda is made it into positive, right? By adding ni. Bidda is to fall, to get involved. So when you add ni, it will cut the negative. It made it positive. Now we have to find a positive and make it negative. I'm thinking because you asked me that. Wait, there should be some word. Let me think. Nisinna. Nisinna means what? Out of four postures, what is Nisinna?
Lying.
Sayano.
Sayan. Singapore.
Yeah, we will ask our Google expert, Ariu. He will search that Mahasatipatthana Sutta and is going to come a DN22. He will immediately find it. 4 postures. Yeah, anyone can bring it up. The 4 postures. Sitting, correct. Nisinno or Nisinna. What it means? In English, sitting, correct. Done, 100 marks. But that's the primary meaning of it. What is ni plus sinna? It's actually non-standing. Do not stand. Standing not allowed. Yes, sir.
Nisthati is also sitting in Pali.
Which one?
Nisthati.
Nisittati.
Yeah.
You have added 2 words extra there, meaning its ni is also there. There are 2 compound words there. That would not exactly mean that. Like nisinno.
The dictionary it says nisitati is sitting, sit.
Yeah, I know nisissati is sitting, but it is 2 compounded. It's compounded. Nisissati. Sissati. Okay.
It's sitting near.
Sissati. Iti. Sissati. That means you will sit. You already got sit. Nisinno. Sinno. I'm talking about that word. I'm not nisinna. Sinna. S-I-N-N-A. Sinna. I'm not talking about nisissati. It's already sissasati is that you are bending or you're going down or something like that, or you're making it straight. Now you are not making it straight, and hence it is ni of that, which is sitting. Slightly, we have made it complex. Yes, go ahead.
So I thought the nipitta is also negative, right? Like nisatta, nijiva, it's all negative.
Yes, it's
Why
negative.
Did you say that nipitta? Why did you say nipitta is the positive?
No, it made positive. Bidda is to involve. Nibbidda is not to get involved. So what was negative, it is made into positive.
Oh, but it still negates. The ni still negates.
Yes, ni still negates. But in some cases, ni also is used for positive connotation, means it will increase. Nissarana. Again, sarana is to circle. Nissarana is to end the circling. Cut the circling. Right? Nissarana. Sarana is going around. Wherever ni is put, it will either enhance it or it will negate it. That's what the positive means, is to enhance. The negative is to cut it.
And from all the example you gave,
I'll give you another one. Nirnaya. Decision. Nirnaya is decision. Right? In Pali, Ninnaya. Okay. Naya. There is a whole section on Naya. Nirmala. Yes, and again cutting. Mala is pollution or dirt, and Nirmala is to cut that. Okay. So, now if you see, when it cuts it, it increases the positivity one side. There are words where you require ni to enhance it. Meaning, it's like blending. You add more to it. In some, it will be blending. It will increase. In some or in majority of the cases, it will be cutting. Or rather, you add to the word in such a way that it cuts that one and it gives some other meaning to it. And hence you use ni. Got it? I need to think many of these words where you have nimitta. Yeah. That's correct. That will enhance.
The Nicha does not have this ni in it, right? Nicha is not made of two things.
Nicha is not, no, Nicha is not made of two things. Nicha. So you can't make ni plus icha and then make it totally muddled up with that. But
So
it
that's what
increased.
pure Dhamma does.
Yeah, I know that. So that's a problem. If you take that and say wherever ni appears, I will cut it because it most looks like that. It looks slightly odd. So we can't make it like that. So good one. Anicca, nicha. Okay, let's take that. It's a good one. What you brought up. Without a lot of confusion is there on that. It is Nicca in English. It's not ni plus icha. Then I should have a dash that nicha. Right?
E. It become
It should become
in
E.
English.
Like
Yeah.
Vita raga. Like so something like that it should happen. That raga should remain. That means icha should remain. Then you add ni to that. And then it makes sense. Okay. Now what is this nicha? It's nishchit in Sanskrit is nicha. Certain. It's certain. It's 100% certain. What is certain? What is uncertain? After birth, death is certain, but when we don't know, and hence uncertain. Nitya sanya, if you were to say, is that in the mind you feel you're going to exist all the time. There's anyone today, if you were to ask, are you dying next moment? He says, no, I don't think so because I am keeping my health in a better way. What has health got to do? You are dying or whatever. Hey, you don't talk all those things. You know what? I've kept my BP is in good shape. My sugar is low and this one is there. Why? Because he wants to survive. As simple as that. Okay. It means he wants to exist. He or she wants to exist. And that's the basic nature of the consciousness. So Nitya Sanya means that person wants to stay. That's all. Nitya. It's not ni plus icha and make it anicha. And that looks stupidity. Just because nicha is one word, you bring another one and cut it off. Showing that, okay, this is like this, May, go ahead.
Sorry, so are you saying that nicha is when you're using the negative version of ni? Is that
No.
what you're saying? No.
I purposefully use this word. It's a whole word. It's not ni plus icha. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, it's got nothing to do with.
No.
Right.
No taking scissor and cutting it in ni and then making it icha. It's complete word nicha, which makes it positive. It's not, it was making negative, I made it into positive. You asked a question which, as you filled it up, I was thinking which word would help. So, nicha means certain. It's certain. It's 100% certain. So, you have that nicha sanya. Sanya means perception. So, you have nicha. Nicha means being there, existing. It's not going to go off anywhere. It's going to be there. Just nicha. That's positive. So may you ask me, give me some word which is in positive. This is 100% positive with the word starting ni. Yes, May, go ahead.
So, okay, I'm just trying to get it right. So that positive, I was trying to think whether it would, so that word nicha is positive. And then I was trying to think, I think maybe Ari, you mentioned that the positive also means positive connotation. Like, nibbida, you said that's also positive. So, I mean, my understanding at the moment is ni, it just means not, or like, not
not.
illusion.
Not
Not.
bidda, not involved is nibidda. However, nicha as a feeling what you get is positive feeling as opposed to anicca.
Okay. So are you when you say positive and negative, are you saying as a positive feeling and then negative feeling?
I clarified. I have just said that it will enhance a word, or on the other side, it changes the meaning. Okay. So when it is used in this context of enhancement, like in nicha, you can't cut it like ni plus icha and make it nicha, right? It is completely enhanced. So there's now no splitting there. You can't take a scissor and say everything with ni is negative, right? And make it like that. No. So that's what I want to tell you. Ni, majority of the time, is used to change the meaning of a word to give a positive outlook to a negative outcome, if I could use it like that. Outcome is nibbidda, meaning to get involved. Nibbidda gives you a positive outcome. That means you're not involved. Like nibbana. Bana is again involvement, but it is like you're conditioning yourself so much that you have got lost in it. Nibbana is that you have unconditioned it and hence you are not lost in it. But the point, the effect is positive, but by the very word, it is something different. Whereas when we say enhancement, it's already there, but you add further more to it to make it more prominent, if I could use that. Okay. So that's what is the the difference between nibbidda versus nicha is nibbidda is cutting that what is not, whereas nicha is something which enhances, meaning it gives you a kind of a feel that it is existing as real. Would that make sense? Because it's enhanced. If not,
I guess in the nicha case, we may not understand what word is it enhancing. Like there's no other word to be enhanced.
Why? This is more of a mental feeling what you're getting, right? If somebody says nicha versus anicca, if you have really understood anicca, then you would know what is nicha. The actual anicca is you can't pinpoint and say this place. Like if you experience the kalapa level, then you know you can't say this place and that place or that other place in the body, because everywhere things are going around. Things are going around. So now you can't say Pathavi Dhatu is here only, the Apo Dhatu is here only, Tejo is here, like that. You can't make out. So it makes it totally moving everywhere. It arising and passing away all the time. And hence it is nicha. That means you anicca. So basically you can't say it's not arising, neither ceasing. Whereas if you really see yourself, you know you exist and you would tend to exist. And that's nicha feeling. So sanya is the perception, right? For that you should have a feeling. First you should have a feeling. So you get a feeling and then the perception. Got it? This is more subtle to do it. So let's not mix it up and get ourselves muddled with. When I say enhancing, it's always the subtle ones which are taken. When we are looking at the gross ones, it's good to have a word which will cut that basic meaning. Like in the case of viraga, nirodha and all that, right? It's easy. Meaning it's a way of seeing what it is and what it should be. So when you say nibbidda, it is bidda, involved, whereas it should have been Nibbidha, uninvolved. Got the point? So for the practice, you require these 7. For that, you don't require anicca, dukkha, anatta. That is the lakhana, where you will understand it. It's your perspective will change. There's a perception change is what it is. And hence, it's a single word. It's not a combined word. I just wanted to tell you that. Since I unfortunately use this word positive and negative, unfortunate, so I have to get caught up in this. If I had not used that word, I didn't have to go this far. I just wanted to tell you that majority of the cases, the negative words are cut off, meaning by using ni, the negative connotation is cut off to make the experience positive. But there are words wherein it gives a positive experience as such by having ni. There's no need to remove that and do something else. Like what we are doing now, we're cutting it off. Like in the viraga, we're cutting V. Using V, we are cutting it off. Like that. Okay. Yes, May, go ahead.
So why do they use like V is kind of like ni anyway, because they're like no or not. Why do they use V for one thing and ni for the other thing?
Then you should learn Indian languages. That's the only way.
Great.
Because these are things which cannot be explained. We even in our language we have all of this. So why they use it, even I don't know. They could have used ni for everything, or V for everything. Why confuse so much? Even I don't know.
Vilas means no less.
No less. Yes, Ravindra, go ahead.
So this is a little bit confusing because vipassana is looking different.
So yes, good one. Good again. Another good point, which is positive. V plus passana. Then we should have been cutting, right? V is to cut. So I will use V passana. So cut the passana itself, which is ignorance. No, that's good one. So Indian languages, most of us here sitting are from India. So you should look at your mother tongue languages. You will never get confused. But when you want to translate it to English or some other language, it's get muddled up. Because you can't exactly get the sentences nor try to explain in meaningful words why it is given like that. Because we know it internally why it is. Okay. Like there's another word, viparita. Right? Viparita. Now, if somebody says V plus parita, it looks stupid. There's no meaning. There's another one. My wife gave me another good word. Vishuddhi. Visuddhi magga. So V, if you put and say Suddhi, that means make it impure. Right? Visuddhi. Visuddhiya. Suddhi is already pure. Now
So is it that means it is enhancing that purity?
Yes. Just like ni, there are positive of V. There are also positive of abhi. There is positive, is negative of abhi. Like abhimana is negative. Abhidhamma is positive. Abhinya is positive. Right? You can't put abhi and say, abhimana means negative. So, abhidhamma should also be negative then. Abhinya should also be negative. No, it enhances. So, you should know when it enhances, when it cuts off. When used in a negative connotation, meaning when you want to show a negative thing, you use this to cut off. When you want to show it as a positive, you use the same one prefix to enhance it. So, may, why it is used is that to enhance or to remove it. It does the job by adding prefix.
What about vimutti?
Same thing, it is increasing, no? Enhancing it. He could have used only mukti. Why vimukti? The same way, Ravindra, vipassana, extensive. Vimukti, complete mukti. It means it enhances. Does that make sense? Or you have to learn Indian language?
Yes, no, it makes sense. I mean, English itself is very confusing in some words anyway.
Yes.
So can be confusing too. So all languages have their own thing, and you just have to know, I guess.
Yeah. See, Burmese also has a lot of Indian words, so I think you know what I'm trying to say.
Alu.
Okay. Fine then. So shall we end with these two? So one you learnt is ni bidda, then virag. So we'll go for other words maybe tomorrow if you're all available, or we can take it on Monday to continue on this. At least I'll cover up the basic thing, basic fundamental. That is, whenever you see nibidda, viraga, nirodha, upasamaya, abhinyaya, sambodhaya, nibbana. This 7 is a complete experience of Buddha. So since we are trying to see how it is, we will follow that, and then we will go to, yesterday I started with Bobby and Janak about Itipiso Bhagava Araham Samma Sambuddho. That we already covered long time ago to the other in the group. So I just covered these 6 qualities of Buddha. Yes, go ahead.
No, I just on this nibbida, which you're saying, but it's spelled Nibba, which means it's nibbida, right? It should be
Yes,
nibbida.
That is Nibidda.
Nibbida rather than nibbida, which is
No,
like which,
see, that is English. See, the thing is like this. You have to come to Indian way of talking rather than the English way of talking. If you put double B, what happens?
nibbida.
Nibbida. It's Nibbida.
Yeah, but yeah, nibbida is what I understood, but you usually say nibbida.
Whatever it is said, you add ni plus whatever it is. Okay, the nibidda you can put, or nibidda, or wherever you, whatever you want to say. See, another thing, we all have what we can say, dialectic problems, right? So we have to give a benefit of doubt on that as well, how it is said. Because the Indian tongue is totally, no, forget Indian tongue. If you were to look at Malayalam, they will have a different way of saying than any other English. Or let's say, even they were talking in English, they'll be talking something different. Or if you look at Sinhala people, or you look at the Kannada, like what we have, or Punjabi of what Chirag is, so each will have their own accent. So that also adds to it. So we have dialectic as well as the accent. So if you try to neutralize the accent, it might not really work out because his original accent will come out. So we have to take it with a pinch of salt. Maybe he means this. So put ni in front of it. It is involvement. Call it as whatever you want. Bidda or bidda or wherever it is. So nibidda or nibidda. However it is spelled, take it with a pinch of salt, because that language neutralization or accent neutralization is very difficult. No matter how much a person tries. Like in Malayalam, they say zimbal. It's simple, but it's zimbal. So in schools, if we had a Malayali person sitting next to us, we say zimbli bimbli. Zimbli or bimble. Pimple is pimple, so make it zimbli bimble. What do you have here? Bimble. And he used to come and try to hit us. How can you say like that? So it's fun, right? Because there's an accent. So when you speak Malayalam and you try to exactly speak English, in the your way of talking exactly follows that. So you can't literally neutralize every given word and make it. will have some issues. So we have to take it.
Sorry, can I ask one thing? What
Yes.
about the ya? You know, when it says nibidaya, why did they put a ya at the end?
Nibidaya. It's a extension. It's like, like is a maximum word used in Indian languages. Ending with a. Okay, that's a maximum. If it is Sanskrit, it is ending with So the Malayalam also has more of all that would be there. It's nothing to do with Sanskritization of Malayalam. Then people will come and hit me. So that's not true. But there's a lot of ending than anywhere else. But in Indian languages, a is the maximum. It's not a. So a, whatever you say, a in English, we don't have a, we have a. Okay. So you need to know the vowels and the consonants. So viragaya it should end up with a. So they say viragaya, nirodhaya, everything should be a. Because our starting word in any language is a. So we have a, e, u, ru, a, o, I, aha. So if you want to learn Pali, this is the first thing you need to learn. This alphabets. Okay. So our starting, if you were to start, amma, it's amma. Amma means mother. Right? So everything ends with a.
But it is something written in English, right? So the Buddha, but it's a Buddha.
It is Buddha.
So Dana, but it's a Dana. Yes, it's a Dana. When I spoke this word with one senior teacher, and he said, "How can you say Dana?" Because we are Gujarati and talking in, so it's with Dana. The same way, like a Buddha, but it's a Buddha. That's how denoted or written in English.
Yes. So it is Buddha. Buddha Vandana. A. Right? So without a, there can't be anything called as Pali, Sanskrit, Prakrit, or any language. It should be a. So if you take the whole language, more than 80% of the time you'll be using a everywhere. It should end with a. Then only it makes sense. You can say virag. So Hindi cuts the a. So they say virag, nirod. It looks like, somebody slapping. Viragaya, viraga, nirodha, like that. That is softening. So you require softening in the front or in the back. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, but it's not just viraga, right? It's viragaya.
Again ends
And
with a. That is okay,
Yeah.
but it's... See, viragaya. Now you can't say, what is this ya? Ya is like iti. You can't say what exactly is iti. In the same way, you can't say ya, because we use ya for everything. Like we use iti in the end. We use ya in the end. That's a way of talking. Like, iti piso bhagava. And again it ends with iti. It looks stupid, right? Iti pi. So, because of. Then what is in the end? Because of again. Iti piso bhagava araham samma sambuddho vidyacharana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati tatta deva manussanam buddho bhagava what? Iti.
That one's very common in any quote. When it ends, they usually put T.
Why?
right?
Why? If you try to make it in English, if you make iti as because, then it ends with what? Because. Right? Here you can write because of. Okay, done. Iti piso. Okay, good, excellent. But what will you do it in the end? You have to ignore it. It looks, if that's the reason, word to word meaning if you were to do it in Pali, you're going to kill yourself. The meaning will get so distorted, it is not going to make sense. So we shouldn't be doing that. It's more about Indian way of talking rather than anything else, or Indian similes or whatever it is. This Southeast Asian way of talking, and that makes sense. Not Southeast Asia, South Asia. That is India, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, and then Pakistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, like that. Those countries have same words. So it makes sense to them than to a Westerner, than to some other Southeast Asian person, and then like Thai person, it becomes very difficult for them to spell these words. So they will extend it. They will do something with that. So it looks very weird. Like, when we were learning in school, we used to say weird as wired. WEIRED, right? How will you say that? Like psychology, right? So we used to say, our teachers used to teach us PSY, CO, LOGY, logy. When you add it, psychology. So till our 5th grade, we used to learn it as psychology. Okay. And then the 5th grade, they said it's not psychology, it is psychology. How PSY becomes psych? PSY, sick, PC. Because in Indian language, we have PC. So psychology. Psychology. Right? So it becomes very difficult. If I have that accent, then if it's PSY, I'll say PC. And like the words, they split it up. The teacher split it up. PSY, PC, CO, LOGY, logy, psychology. So students, when you're writing in the exam, PSY, PC, CO, LOGY, logy. Write it. So we write it. Plus, psychology.
Pretty good word to learn in elementary school.
Yeah. But then after you become adult, you have to change the whole thing, right? And it becomes very difficult because the language itself has been learned in a very bad way. And that's the reason we call it as a foreign language, because we don't know what that language is. Now English is accepted as a, even though it's a foreign language, we accept it here. Yes, Janak.
Okay. Yeah, so my question is something like not with the language. I can talk about the dialects, but because see, Gujarati speaks Hindi in Gujarati, English in Gujarati.
Yes.
So that's a dialect. So my question here is like, so the Majjhim Nikaya, when I'm going into that, Devanagari script, it is divided into like a Mul Panas Pali, Majjhim Panas Pali, and Upari Panas Pali. So that is, if we want to find out those in the Sutta Central, can we get that division?
No, you will not get that division, but you will get the Sutta in the Devanagari. Instead of English.
Yeah, it is there. So that's why like I'm asking that tipitaka.org, it has got...
there you will get it, but not in suttacentral.net. What they will do is they will just, instead of the Latin, this one, you can have it in Devanagari.
Okay. Yeah. So, but how it's divided? Like, say it's say the Majjhim Nikaya, it has been divided into 3. It's a Mool Panas Pali and then Majjhim Panas Pali.
Yeah, that is the middle. So, that is the first 50. Panna is 50. So first 50, second 50, third 50.
Oh, okay. It's like that only. Okay,
Panna is
so
Panas is 50. No.
Yeah. See, sometimes like I learned, but I forgot everything. So.
Yeah, Panas is 50.
Aging fast, very fast.
Yeah, it is Panas is 50. So first 50.
Yeah, got it, sir. Yeah, thanks.
And in fact, in Marathi also they use Panas. This one, Gujarati, I think they also use panas.
Pachas.
Yeah, panas.
Pachas.
Panas,
Yeah.
50.
Yeah.
50.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank
so,
you, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. So, shall we end for today? So, when do we meet? Tomorrow? For continuing in Pali? 10 o'clock.
Okay.
10 o'clock, what?
10 o'clock will be, I think, 4.5 hours, right? That would be 2:30
2:30.
for you. 2:30.
Yeah, that's fine.
Anybody joining at 10 a.m. India time, welcome on Sunday. Beautifully, we can go through each one of these, the remaining
Mhm.
thing, and we'll go to Dhamma. We have not gone, we only did DTP, so Bhagavad, then we'll go to Dhamma. I want to first teach you this Ni, V, P, T, all that thing, and then we'll go there. Is it helping you the way we are doing? I just want to take your feedback.
Yes, I need to revise it once before coming tomorrow. That's for sure.
No, the video will be there, but otherwise, is it too much or too less or too worked up? Or, because I had put 4 things there. Either the teacher is good and students are not, or the teacher is bad as well as the student, or the teacher is bad but the student will pick it up, and the student and teacher both cannot take it up, so they have to go to another teacher.
No, sir, some basic takes some time, right? So because the way you are teaching, so there may be some basic, these certain words and things. Once it is there, then it will be accelerated. So it's too early. But so far, we are enjoying. I can say from my side and Bobby.
Not sure if the teacher is good or not, but the student has got something.
Yeah.
May, what
I
do you think?
Whenever we start a new subject, it is getting a sense that Ni and Abhi and all, we are getting understanding that. I think that's enough for at least, something we got. But then when we talk again, I think that will improve. That's how everything
Correct.
we learn.
Correct.
But the teacher, I don't have, so far, no doubt the teacher is good, very good.
we don't have the ability to question the teacher yet.
Yes,
because we don't want to at the moment.
Not want,
No, we don't
have any kind of, I think
we don't have the faculty.
I think everything what I understood, it makes a lot of sense, and I'm logically at least agreeing to that. But
No, that is how it should
remove
be.
everything, it takes time.
No, that is fine, but it should be logical. It should be verifiable. You shouldn't be accepting something because I'm saying that. No.
No.
Because the way you are teaching, I think you are trying to teach from the foundation and the basic level, and that is a very simple way you are trying to teach it. So I can understand whatever you're saying, but to remember everything, I think we have to speak. It's like, for example, I think I stayed in Bangalore for about how many years? 5 years. Initially, it was difficult for me to talk in Kannada, but then, and like after a few months, it was become very easy, and then. So I think that patience we all should have.
Correct. Yeah, May, what do you think?
Good, thank you.
That's just one single word.
That's good. I mean, I think it's good that we obviously sometimes just need to ask further questions and then it's cleared. So that's good, yeah.
Okay. Reyes, anything you want to say?
No, all good. This is what I wanted from the beginning, but now I know that I'm able to pick it up. So in the beginning, if you had taught me this, I probably would not have been able to pick it up. So I'm good now.
Okay. Fine then. So 10 o'clock India time. Yeah.
For the record, I like it. I really love it. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. No, as long as you are able to understand, or I shouldn't be. See, the thing I am asking is not to. Not for any other reason. It shouldn't be too slow. It shouldn't be too fast. It shouldn't be too detailed. It shouldn't be too brief like that. Because what we are trying to gain here is on the Dhamma. We are not here to learn Pali per se. Language is not the thing. Language for understanding deeper dimension of Dhamma. That's all what we are trying to do. It should come to your use or my use also by doing this. Great then. So 10 o'clock tomorrow, meet it. which will be like 9:30 for Ariu and 2:30 for all of you. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
bye.
you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.